So this spring, we're excited to introduce two new Inshore rod models to the Hogy system fishing rods. The first model I have right here is the medium heavy Inshore. This is a 7-foot, 3/4 ounce to 3 ounce casting rod. Down here in Florida, this is perfect for targeting juvenile to medium-sized tarpon, bigger swim baits for snook, and heavier redfish on the flats. This rod is going to balance very nicely with a 5,000 to 6,000 size reel. Right here, this is a Daiwa 4,000 Saltist, which is comparable to a Shimano Saragossa 5,000 or 6,000. Balances very nicely. What's unique about these rods is they feature a moderate action, as opposed to a lot of inshore rods right now that are super high sensitivity and a very fast tip. These rods are going to offer more of a slow load in the forward section, which is going to allow you for greater casting distance and also a softer feel as you're working baits in. Perfect for fishing top waters like poppers and dog waters, and that little bit of extra flex will be great for hook sets with swim baits. So as we come back down to this forward section that has that moderate action, we get to a very strong backbone. Yesterday we were out and hooking tarpon, actually in about the 80-pound class, which I would say maybe kind of the upper limits for this, but it was holding on just fine. So you have plenty of backbone power here for turning fish around structure, or for keeping them out of boulders, things like that down on the bottom. We're rating this rod from 20 to 40 pound braid. On here I've got 30 pound. So if you needed a little bit heavier braid for abrasion resistance, the rod will certainly support it. But if you want to go lighter to like 20 pound for extreme casting distance, this rod's going to be perfect for that. So I'm going to show you the range of products that this rod is well suited for. At the low end, being 3/4 ounce, our super popular surface eraser, casting for albies and striper. You're going to be able to launch this thing a mile, and this is the ideal weight to begin getting that rod tip to load properly. So 3/4 ounce, like the surface eraser, perfect start for using this rod. It's also an ideal size for throwing the 7/8 ounce and 1.25 ounce epoxy. You'll get that perfect rod load in the tip for great casting distance and accuracy, and not feeling like the rod is overloaded, but also not feeling like it's too heavy to get those lighter baits out with accuracy. Now, to demonstrate kind of the top end of weight on here, we have a 3 ounce, 5.5 inch pro tail paddle. The rod loads perfectly in the tip with this, and boy, you can just launch it a mile. So if you're casting to tarpon that are 30, 40, 50 yards away, even further, boom, you can get that distance out there. Yesterday we were actually doing some inshore trolling with our 5-inch swimming plug, and this perfectly balanced on here doing a slow troll from 3 to 5 miles an hour. Rod tip loaded up nicely, lots of sensitivity, feeling that vibration. So you can even do light tackle inshore trolling applications with it on this medium heavy inshore spin. And then, you know, to kind of max it out, along with that heavier 3 ounce pro tail paddle, a 2 ounce epoxy jig is going to be top end. You'll be able to cast it a mile. The rod's going to load nicely without overloading it, but perfectly balanced on there. So as you can see, we've got a great range of products. You can go from 3/4 ounce up to 3 ounce, cover a variety of situations. Obviously we're down here in Florida, we're in the flats. I would call this a heavy dock swim bait rod. I'm actually using it right now pitching slow tails up in the bushes. Perfectly comfortable with that.